Hello,
Hey, Sahil, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good. I'm good. Good to be here.
So, how has your
Yeah, everybody's doing
coronavirus
fine.
situation been then in Pakistan?
Thankfully, it's getting better day by day. We've been struggling from a couple of couple of months, but finally, people have realized that it's important to stay home. It's important to follow the SOPs. So
Of course,
things are getting better. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. And how have you been keeping yourself busy then? Like, I know a lot of people are doing things to keep themselves busy. So, how did you keep yourself busy then?
Uh, I've been home most of the time. I've been
Hmm.
writing and I designed a new show which is coming out tomorrow on the first day of Eid. Uh, I've been working on it. We shot, I think, about 4 episodes.
Hmm.
So far, so good for me.
Okay. And after all of this situation, and where's like one place you'd like to visit, because like you've been locked up at home and things like that. So, like, where would you want to go first of all? Like, as soon as you're allowed.
Uh, Actually, I was supposed to be in the UK in May.
All
I
right.
was supposed to visit my younger brother who's in London, but I
Okay.
couldn't travel. So I'm looking forward to that. He's been asking me to come because things are getting better in the UK as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm planning my trip, inshallah, very soon.
Inshallah. And like, what's one annoying thing then, like that you've had in the lockdown thing?
I think nothing has annoyed me so far. I've because I don't get to spend time at home usually, but this lockdown has been very. I'm very thankful to it because I could spend more time with my family. I could catch up with my family on a lot of things. I was due to watch a lot of things on TV, so I spent my time watching a few things. I
Yeah.
spent my time writing a few things. So it was really good for me.
And like, did you not have like, I think a lot of people have gone into like, some people had zones of depression and things. So like, did you not go through any of those phases or anything? Or
Thankfully not. Thankfully not.
okay, so that's good then. Okay, and who is like your inspiration? Like, who inspires you then? Like, because of course you've come so far and you've done so much and you've done many, many projects. So who would you say
Yeah.
as like, inspiration?
I think initially it was my mother because she's been working in the industry for quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, she has initially inspired me to act on TV or to act.
Yeah.
But these days, I think a lot of people inspire me, especially people like Faisal Qureshi. He's been doing so good.
Mm.
He can do so many things as an actor. I would like
Yeah.
to have that much ability on the craft. Then in the newer lot, I think Imran Ashraf is brilliant. I would like to do work like him because he's inspirational whenever he works, whenever he acts. It's really good to watch. So I think it's a mixture of some people from the last decade and some people from the fresh decade that we're living in.
Okay, and we're gonna do one of our rounds, which is called the riddle round. So I don't know how good you are with riddles. All the other people
Really
have done
bad.
have kind of struggled. So we'll see how good you
Okay,
are.
let's see. All right.
Okay, so what gets wet while you dry, like while it's drying?
What gets wet while
While,
it's drying?
yeah,
Uh, Ice,
a lot of people have said ice before on this riddle.
but it isn't ice.
It isn't ice, no.
All right. Uh, I don't know. I cannot come up with something else there.
It's
What is
drying
it?
time.
Sorry?
It's drying at the same time as it's wet.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. What could it be? Trying it. I have no idea about it. Is that rain?
No.
Then I have no idea. Yeah, I
Oh,
don't think so.
so it's a towel.
It's oh, that's a good one.
So yeah,
That's a good one.
like it's like wet and then it's drying at the same time.
I
Okay,
get it. I get
okay.
it.
Next one then. What can't talk but will reply when it's responded to?
What can't talk?
But it will reply
But
when it's like talking to or responded to.
um,
I think
okay.
you want.
You put me on the spot. You put me on the spot very smartly. Uh, what can't talk but will respond I have no idea. What is going on, Sahil? Why are you asking me such questions?
It's just one little round, and I think a lot of people that I've like interviewed in the past have enjoyed this like round. I think there was only
I'm enjoying it because but I have no idea about this. I'm really bad with riddles. I told you already.
yeah.
Is it Siri?
No, I
What
can
is it then?
I can give clues out.
Okay, I'll try the clue.
Okay, so the clue would be like if you're in a big room,
Okay.
what usually occurs when you're in a big room and you speak?
Oh, no, no idea, Sahil.
No idea.
No. What is
Okay,
it?
it's an echo.
My goodness. Are you are we playing that show that I used to watch? Are you smarter than a fifth grader? Sounds like that.
Okay,
Okay, it was Echo. Nice.
yeah, an echo. I have branches, but no fruit, no trunk, and no leaves. This should be
I have
very,
branches.
and the clue is in the word branch.
School?
No, the word
That
the
could be a school as well.
branches.
Okay. Can you repeat that again? What was it?
The question.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I have branches, but I have no fruit, no trunk, no leaves. So what am I?
Branches. No
Think
idea, Sahil.
think where else there would be branches. What would you use the word branches for?
That's why I said school because I thought schools have many branches. A shop, maybe.
What else has branches and we use it?
Uh, Sahil, no idea.
No idea.
It's e- exactly 11:15 p.m. right now, and you're trying to ask me riddles, and I have no idea what you're
Okay,
talking about.
okay, so it's a bank
It's a bank. Okay.
because
I
bank.
think shops, bank, schools. I think that applies
Yeah, I think the
to
same kind.
branches.
But the real answer would
Yeah,
be
yeah. Would be bank. Okay. Get
okay.
it.
So I think these are quite
So three
confusing.
zero.
I think these are quite confusing for you, like I said. So we'll finish it off
Absolutely.
one more then. Last one then.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So what can you break, but you can never pick it up?
Trust. Promise.
Very yeah. Promise. Okay.
Getting there.
Out of four then. So now I'm gonna ask you some like questions on first of all the recent film that you did, which is Heer Manja.
Yeah.
Yep, that was your recent film. So how did you agree to play your role, which was Wajdaan, and especially
Yeah.
because negative character, like how did you agree to play it?
Um, Let me be very honest, Sahil. As an actor, I think when you get something like that, when you get a character like Wajdaan, which is an antagonist in the script, I think I personally feel that you get a lot of margin to act. You get a lot of things to what do you say experiment with. So as an actor, I like to challenge myself. I like to experiment with my characters. I had to change my look. I had to change my physique for it. I
Yeah,
had to change the body language. And, it took me a while to start feeling like Wajdaan first, and then did the shoot. So I think I took up the challenge because it was very exciting as an actor.
yeah,
So my background is from theater, so I like to constantly keep on changing my look, my body language, my way of talking. So I like to put in that effort. So that's why I think about Wajdaan, that really excited me when they asked me to do Wajdaan.
and I think it was an amazing character that you played. Especially I've watched Heer Manja myself,
Thank
and
you, thank you,
that you just killed your role. I don't think anybody could have done you, to be honest.
thank
And
you.
it
So kind.
looked
Thank you
like
very much.
you were actually inside of the character. It didn't look like somebody's actually playing the character. So, um, a good job for you
Thank
then.
you,
That was
thank
okay.
you.
And how?
It took me a while to get into it.
Okay. How did it feel like working in such a big project? And like did you get a different response from your audience and like your fans? Did people respond to you differently after Heer Manja?
I think it was an absolute pleasure to be a part of such a project. And yes, uh, the the reaction of the audiences changed after Heer Manja. A lot of people started believing in the craft that I have. People have
Yeah,
started believing in that I can pull off any kind of characters, because not every actor opts for a character which is negative, which is an antagonist in
yeah,
film. So they started praising my acting skills, and they started praising my craft, which is very overwhelming for me. And I'm thankful to all the fans, and especially the producers who thought I could do it.
hmm. And like, what message do you think you tried to portray or actually did portray in like Heer Manja?
I think it had a very good message that if you have money, if you have fame, if you have power, especially, it doesn't mean that you can do anything in life. It doesn't mean that you can
Yeah,
rule over people. So it was a very important message that, because Wajdaan was a brat, but was a spoiled brat.
yeah,
It was a good message that if you have power, it doesn't mean that you can get into anyone's life and do anything about it. You cannot take decisions for everyone.
of course.
So it had a very very strong message, and people really liked it.
Okay. And like, were there any hard parts in playing Wajdaan? Like, did you struggle on any like specific part, or was there a part when you thought you couldn't do it?
I think as an actor, if I get into I first of all, my process is to first look like the character. Because if I
Okay.
start looking like the character, then I can pull off anything.
Okay.
But it takes me time to start feeling the character, start looking
Yeah.
like the character. So we designed a few looks. We tried a few scars here and there as well, but we discarded them later on. We were like, no, we don't want a scar. We want specifically, the director Asfar Jafri said that we specifically want a good-looking villain,
Okay.
because that's not a stereotype.
Yeah.
Having a scar or something is very stereotype, is very typical.
Yeah.
So we kind of killed it, and we made sure that Wajdaan looks good because he comes from a very rich family. So these are the things which took us a while to observe and decide how the look should be. So we decided on having a beard, having a heavy beard. Um, we started rehearsing a little bit here and there, and then once I got the gist of it, when I got the body language of it,
Yeah.
then I think everything started to come naturally to me. So the look matters the most.
Okay. And how was it working alongside Harim Farouk and Ali Rahman Khan and all these big directors and producers? So, like,
It
did you
was
feel comfortable working
it
with
was
them?
it was absolutely amazing, and I was very comfortable with them because it was my second project with the same team. I did Parchi in 2016 with them, so it was good. It was absolutely fun being back on the set with these amazing people.
Yeah.
All of them: Harim, Ali Rahman, Asfar Bhai, the director, Imran Raza Kazmi, the producer, and Mojiz Hassan and Shamail. I mean, everyone in the team was fantastic, and we used to really. The fun part was that we really used to help each other on the set. It doesn't matter if it's my scene, if it's Ali's scene, if it's Harim's scene. We used to sit and discuss and try to ace every scene in the script.
Yeah.
I think that is the biggest reason why Heer Manja was loved by everyone.
Yeah. Okay. And like, do you feel like people's perspective changed towards you after the success of like Heer Manja?
Absolutely, it did. Absolutely. Because as an actor you are looking for something which kind of leaves an impact on the industry, and which tells them that you have much more to offer. You can do all kind of characters. So I think Heer Manja did that for me. A lot of people started believing in my craft, and they kind of accepted me as an actor who can pull off anything.
Yeah, of course. And coming on to your latest drama now, which is Gustakh, which is
Yeah, Gustakh.
on air.
Yeah.
So what would you think, like, is your character like quite negative or is it positive? Because there's only a couple of episodes out right now, so we don't know what's coming in the future. So how would you explain your character?
I think it's a very interesting character, Shamir, because he starts off with a lot of positivity
Yeah.
and a lot of calmness in his character. Yesterday I saw the fourth episode. It came
Hmm.
out, and so far so good for Shamir. He's on the track. He's nice. He's the mama's boy, and he's been taking care of the family. He's very responsible. I don't want to kill it for the audiences, but something will happen very soon, and you will see the flip side of if someone good goes bad completely. So it's a very interesting character. I really liked it because the arc of this character is really interesting. Someone who starts off with a lot of positivity ends up completely negative. The transition is beautiful. I've tried my best to to make sure that all both the points stand out. When I'm playing positive, it stands out. When I'm playing
Yeah.
negative, it stands out. I had to put in a lot of effort,
Hmm.
but I enjoyed it. Like I said, I like challenging characters. It took a lot of energy. It took a lot of effort, but I am sure people will like it.
Of course. And how did you feel like when you were going through the script or reading the script, and then when you appointed your character, like, were you happy with your character, or did you feel like you would like to play like a different character in the same drama?
I think a lot of credit goes to the director Najaf Bilkrami because when we initially read the script, we only had around 8 to 9 episodes to start the when we started shooting. And along the lines, we were discussing what should happen later on and how we should guide the writer. Najaf had a very good idea for Shamir because Shamir was written very straightforward, very one-dimensional. So what he did was he added an event in the middle of the script, which kind of flipped the character completely. And
Okay.
he had discussed it with me as well because he was like, I have a very interesting perspective for Shamir, and I have a very good proposition if you agree to it, if you
Yeah.
agree to play it. So I don't want to reveal the surprise. It's going to happen in about 2 3 episodes very soon. So we discussed it and we agreed to it, and then we kind of asked the writer to come on board and help us with it. And the writer did a fantastic job, Saima Akram Chaudhary. She accepted, and she made a really interesting character out of it.
Yeah.
So as soon as it will happen in the script, I'm sure people will love it.
Yeah. And like, what's your most favorite role that you've played so far? So that can be from film, dramas, or theater, whatever. Because I know you've done many projects, and especially like if you write your name in Google or anything, loads of like projects yours.
I think so far I've done many characters, like you said. It's hard to pick one, but Wajdaan is one character that I really adore, or I really love because I think it's not just because of the character, but because the amount of time I put in that
Yeah.
project and amount of time that I stayed like Wajdaan. I think it was about 12 months, almost a year that I stayed in that look of heavy beard, heavy mustache, and that character was with me constantly. So I think Wajdaan stands out for me so far.
So you, so like you said, you carried on like the character. So did it become like a daily part of your life then? Like, did Wajdan become?
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. When I went to promotions of the film, that was the last time when I was carrying that look.
Mm.
And as soon as the promotions were over, I took off my beard and I completely changed my style. And it was like a huge load off me. I felt that now Wajdan is off.
Yeah.
It took a while to you know take off from me. It took me a
Yeah.
while to let him go out of me. So it was interesting, and I really enjoyed it.
And who's like one person that you'd like to work with in the future?
I think there are many that I would like to work with. Obviously, I've worked with Faisal Bhai a lot of times.
Yeah.
Recently, Gustakh is led by Faisal Bhai as well. So I am very
Mm-hmm.
lucky to have been working around him. But I would like to work around more actors, because I like to observe and I like to learn on set as well. So,
Yeah.
and we have a lot of very good actors in our field these days. Bilal Abbas is one, Feroz, Hamza Ali Abbasi, you name it. I mean, there's a
That's
huge
fine.
list. Imran Ashraf, Ali Abbas. There are a lot of people that I would like to work with. So I'm looking forward, and I hope something will come soon.
And do you have any upcoming dramas that you're allowed to talk about?
I'm working on a project, but like you said, I'm not allowed to talk about it. We are about to go on set right after Eid, so I'll share the details very soon. It's untitled right now. We're waiting for the title. I've read the script. It's something interesting, and as soon as it's official, then I would be able to tell you.
Okay. And
Yeah.
last question before our live session ends. So,
All right.
what message that you would like to give to your fans?
There are two things. One thing, obviously, is that I want to thank them because they've been supporting me throughout, and they've been always around me. They've always been whatever I do. If I do good, if I do bad, they've always been there. So I want to thank all the fans, especially the fan pages. I don't know. I've lost count of the fan pages that I have. So I'm thankful to each and every one of you. Thank you very much. And as it's Eid, Eid Mubarak to everyone. Just make sure that I am glad that COVID is under control now. We are trying our best, but it doesn't mean that we should just be free these days and enjoy Eid like usual.
Yeah.
We have to be very responsible. So just make sure that if you're enjoying Eid, just make sure that for you and for your loved ones, it's very important to follow the SOPs. So
Yeah.
enjoy Eid, but stay safe and try to keep your distance.
Okay. So, lastly, I just want to say have an amazing Eid, especially
Thank you.
and I think it's tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You
So
have your Eid today, I'm sure.
yeah, we had our Eid today. So
Eid
yeah. So
Mubarak.
have an amazing Eid. It was a pleasure having you on my show today,
Likewise. Likewise.
and hopefully maybe we'll speak soon on
Absolutely.
one of the future episodes of my show. And yeah,
Absolutely.
that's it.
If I come down to London, I'd meet you, inshallah.
Inshallah. Okay. Bye.